You tell me when, Dave. I know you already said go once. It's my bad. Sorry. Do you see this right here, boys? Do you know what this is? This is not gum wrapper. This is part of a St. Station's palm. All right, anytime, Albert. You tell me when. All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to Fox 8 Sports Sunday. Special in-studio guests. It's show and tell time. Gary and GT, and I can't remember how to pronounce the last name again. I want to call him Tonglet.
No. Tonglet.
I don't know where I get that. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Tell me when, again. You still rolling, Joe? Yeah. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to Fox 8 Sports Sunday, everyone. It's show and tell time in studio. Gary, GT, Tonglet, drag racing extraordinaires, and this ain't your normal drag racing machine. Notice this. It's a bike. Gary, how fast will this bike go?
That bike goes 195 miles an hour in 7 seconds.
And you put your son on this rocket, right?
That's right. That's his rod.
GT, this doesn't freak you out at all. How old are you again?
17.
17 years old. You're not terrified of this?
No, not anymore.
How can you not be scared? How fast did you 190 miles an hour, Gary?
Yeah.
Wow, man. How'd you get into this, GT?
My dad's been racing for about 20 years now. And then I just kind of fell into it. And this is where we're at today.
Gary, tell us about it. I mean, you don't just all of a sudden one day say, hey, I think I'm going to get into drag racing and drag bikes. Tell us the story. How did you get into it? And obviously, GT's graduated up through the family.
Yeah, well, I started back in 1975. And back then, they were nowhere like this. They were basically street bikes with a little hopped-up engine in them and cams, carburetors, exhaust pipe. But over the years, they evolved into full-fledged strip bikes that you don't ride in the street anymore. And over the years, I was racing on the national circuit, and GT was helping me in the trailer with changing engines, tires, doing tune-ups. And as he grew up, he kept telling me a few years ago he thinks he could do it. So when he hit about 14, we took the engine out and put just a stock engine in it, which would slow the bike way down so he could get a handle on it and get used to it.
That is so cool, man.
And before you know it, he was just hollering for more horsepower, and about every 3 weeks we'd pull the engine out and hop it up and put some bigger pistons in it and bigger cams, carburetors, and about the end of last year, I had it where he was riding my bike.
You guys ever watch the Discovery Channel and see those lawnmower races? That's kind of what I wanted to get into, but I couldn't find a sponsor. All right, guys, I want you to take me real quick. Pre-race, here we are. You guys are right in front of the Christmas tree. It's time to get ready for a race. What do you look for? GT, what are you doing? Dad, what are you doing? I know you guys as a team have to communicate and work together. You have to tell them how the bike feels. You have to respond to that. Kind of show and tell here.
Right. Well, GT will be sitting on the bike. The engine will be running. They'll give us the signal to go ahead and do the burnout, which will smoke. We'll heat up the back tire till it starts smoking.
Burnout, is that not the coolest thing you do all day?
It's fun.
Always
it's a lot of fun.
He'll do the burnout. He'll roll up to the start line and do what's called a dry hop. He'll put it on the rev limiter. He'll pop the clutch, and the bike will begin to take off, but he'll shut it off. That's where he'll be feeling what the bike's going to do. I'll be listening for the engine, if it's going to bog or spin the back tire. And then while I'm pushing him back that 30, 40 feet back to the start line, we can make some quick adjustments to the engine RPMs for when it leaves the line, whatever we thought it needed. If it bogged, we can raise the RPM launch. If it spun too much on the tire, we can lower the RPM and try to make it bog. It's all in, each run is a different condition for the track surface. So that's why you need a last minute tune-up within a few seconds.
Now, GT, what goes through your mind when you get the green light? I mean, obviously you don't have too much time. How quickly did you get to 60 miles an hour on this bike?
We get up to 60 miles an hour in a little under 1 second.
Under 1 second? My truck won't do that.
No.
So at the quarter-mile stretch, you're hitting right at 190 to 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Does it ever go through your mind, what if I have to lay this thing down? What if something does go wrong?
No.
How do you keep from have that going through your mind?
The only thing I think about is winning. I mean, because once you're in high gear, you tend to look over and see where you're at. If you're ahead of the other guy or if you're behind, you might want to make some more improvements and tuck in better, get more aerodynamic, and that's basically what I'm thinking of winning.
Kind of helps that you keep the waistline trim, huh?
Yeah.
All right, hey GT, I know you got your suit over here. This guy wears a very, very special suit. It's not an Umo, and it's not made by Versace or anyone. Albert, see if you can get a shot of this over here. Tell
Want
me
me to
about
hold
this
it up?
get up, man.
This is
Yeah, hold it up. Let's see it.
This is a full leather suit. It's not like your designer leather suits. It's really thick. It weighs about 5 to 10 pounds.
And I see you got some extra padding up here and stuff.
Yeah, that's more of a road race type deal. That's because they go down a lot. They've actually designed the suits for us because they go down and they can help us improve ours.
Right. So if you do have to lay down or something, this is going to protect you some, but not all,
Yeah,
right?
most of it. It'll keep me from getting brush burns.
I hear you. What about the helmet? I know that you were telling me you paid a pretty penny for the helmet. It's very specially
Well,
designed.
actually, we didn't. The helmet was, it's basically a sponsor by Bell Helmets.
Right.
And it's carbon fiber Kevlar. It weighs about 2 pounds, a little under 2 pounds with the paint.
Wow.
And I think it's valued around $5,000 to $6,000.
That's an expensive hat. When's your next race, GT?
Our first race is in Gainesville, and it's an NHRA race, and that's about 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Gary, is this guy ready for the big time or what?
He's ready. He's ready. He's been hitting with them all year long at the motorcycle league. We've been practicing that.
Let me ask you this. How quickly could you teach me how to do this?
Very quick.
So you could have me up and dragging pretty quick?
Yeah?
All right. Guys, we're going to go to a break. Gary, thanks so much for being here. GT,
All right.
good luck, man. Hope you can win a championship, and I'm going to be talking to you about lessons.
That's what we do.
I need a day job, at least that's what the news director tells me. Guys, we're going to be back with more Fox 8 Sports Sunday in just a moment. Stay with us.